You ever have a day where the clouds open up and everything is so clear? Today, I was one of those days. When I was a kid, I was diagnosed with ADHD and CAPD. If you don't know what CAPD is, it's an audio processing disorder. Audio processing disorder makes it difficult for me to learn when people are speaking to me. When it'll go in the ear and I'll hear it, but I won't understand it, and it'll take a little bit longer for me to process it. Now, when I was a kid, I used to deal with situations, arguments, and conversations and everything with aggression. And it is why I was rebellion and got into tons of fights when I was younger, because I would get in these situations, I wouldn't know how to deal with them, so I would just punch them in the face. And I got older and mature, and I realized I can't punch people in the face and get anywhere in life. So I had to figure it out. And I didn't figure it out. I thought I did, but I didn't. What I've realized is I've become more submissive in the situation. I'll somewhat agree with people in the situation, because just to get out of that conversation, because it's too much for me. And then 3 hours later, I'm sitting there going like, why would that person react that way? Why wouldn't I put them in their place? Why wouldn't I tell them that they were wrong? It happened to me today. There's a situation where I had to tell someone something, and they reacted in a way that was like, I just didn't understand why they would react that way. When if the shoe was on the other foot and they had to, it just didn't make sense to me. But it took me 3 hours to come to that conclusion, and I couldn't do that right in the spot. So what I'm realizing is, and this is the clarity part of it, is that this is really hindering me in growth. I need to be able to process things quicker. So I've never been a person to medicate. I've never been a person to take ADHD medication. I've gone through life with none of that. But I think at the age of 37, it's time for me to see a doctor and potentially get on medication that's going to help me process things faster, so that when I am in these meetings, I'm able to be a part of them instead of just be a statue in the corner nodding and smiling.